me that Billy Benz a beamer, shit with billions on them being it. Try to let these bitches see me in it, fuck a seeing.
Hi people, it's Ebony JB and I'm back with another video. Please excuse my hair, I can't be bothered, it's way too hot in London today. You guys are here for that 5th episode of my Gangsta Gibbs series, and we're reacting to and reviewing today the You Only Live Twice body of work. I'm excited to see what I get from You Only Live Twice. I've also been told about the storyline of things. Apparently this is when he just got out, or when he got out and he released this. I might have got that modeled out, but I'm excited to see what's going on here. So.
Early smoking that kill in the hills where you can't find a nigga. Crack cocaine, microwave. Then I was on that time, a nigga. No sleep. BD my pieces, 20 carrying Jesus, say amen. Tricked off on my new bitch, she was happy. I give me an AG. Be kicking shit like Solange in the elevator to go when he tried to kick that dope.
Like Solange in the elevator. Listen, I can't really explain the vibe of this track, you know, and that's a first. Like I'm trying to listen to it and I'm really trying to understand Freddie's position right here.
Family dope, my silly like to walk around in the sleep. I'd rather stay woke. I must evoke these are the results of the Sadie's beer. My dog used to pull up in the 99 GS 300, fresh up off the highway with that higher power. That Frito-Lay tried to give me 10, I'm beating K, so it's gonna be okay. Fresh up off that highway with that higher power, higher voltage. Half a brick, holy shit, cold shit.
That sounds like quarter brick, yeah. What song is that? Yes, fucking up the count. Yes, it's effing up the count.
You know my pop ain't never told me shit. Said fuck a friend, you gon' be solo in your coffin, bitch. Walking over type of shit a nigga been.
Like 20 Karat Jesus at the start sounded like he was dying, which is a bit ironic because when he did reference at the end of before the beat changed that like. He said that like he was close to death because he lives in the moment. The first half of 20 Karat Jesus sounded like he was like in his kind of death, like in his kind of dying. It sounded really dreary. It sounded really like, he sounded very despondent and really like woeful. And then this second half of it sounds like a resurrection. There's choirs. It's giving us church-like kind of like angelic, holy kind of energy, and then he's like sounding a lot more revived here. So it's kind of like he's died and come back to life again, all in one track, which also matches the image of him kind of mirroring like Jesus floating in the sky, wearing the robes. We've got that kind of Jesus evangelical kind of energy there.
Bro, 65, I sold the whole shit. Popo search my cutlass on the road, I got my old shit. Piece of money, y'all don't knock it, I just do the dope and blow. I gotta get it slow, I gotta see the money. Y'all remember piecing out of 20 years to get the blunt. Nigga, Jesus is your homeboy.
I really like 20 Karat Jesus. I like the switch. I like the mood switch. Not only just the beat switch. I like, I love the production for the first half and the second half. And I love Freddie rapping here and interpolating himself. It was great. I like this track.
He was sweating like a pig until that bitch came. Nigga had to keep a job living off in my mama's spot. I know it never served time. Soon as I got me 30,000, I hit the bird line. And I brought the worst in the side bitch. They can't quite stay in a position. Don't know what niggas crave more, money or a fucking attention. And these are niggas I'm cool with. We're slick. These animalistic instincts that we was born with. Feel so pimpish when Alexys put me in. So the locking it. Ving rings, guns, and butter niggas got margarine. Pussy niggas can't play their part, we dilly departed it. Look like O.J. Simpson. You bar Homer and margin in my rap, but I keep cake, bitch, every day be my birthday. You can't fake me, I'm first place on my worst day.
I really like Alexys because I like when the bass falls out and we have Freddie just spitting, and it has that like kind of vocalizer. It's like some kind of vocals come in the background when the bass falls out, and it sounds really haunting. I find it so loud, but it's so hot. It gives that kind of like woeful vibe. Like kind of on the brink of death kind of feeling again. Sounds really like depleted, very drained when the bass falls out and it's the vocals and that high-pitched sound. So I like I like that bit there. And his flow here, of course, is as captivating as usual. Excuse my Ritz, but you know, I get hungry in these videos. Yeah, I like that track. I do. Is it an instant favorite though? No, but I can appreciate it for the production and the flow here.
The future started yesterday, nigga. Every minute feeling different, now I'm not the same, nigga. I admit that I'm brave, nigga. Heavy sinning, can't remember last time I prayed, nigga. So the devil introduced me to cooking cocaine.
We've got a lot of religious imagery being played upon here. It really is quite a religious themed album, because we've got him talking about he sinned, he hasn't prayed, and then he just got into saying how the devil introduced him to coke and yay and all these things. It's really interesting. Hearing Freddie take this kind of religious theme and run it through an album.
Go like a chase bank. The police open up your package, the shipment come a day late. I just beat a rape case. Who give me 10 for some pussy that I never touched? At a certain level, system try to test a nigga nuts.
That's him talking about the situation. Yes, you see, and I feel like straight after his release for something he didn't do, of course that kind of throws you into like a moral kind of conflict of rights and wrongs, because it's they're trying to serve justice, but they serve justice in an unjust way because the guy didn't commit the crime. So of course, when you come out of such situation, you're literally contemplating rights, wrongs, morality. You can think of it all. And what more does morality and rights and wrongs come from if it's not like religion? Like religion has a lot of moral guidelines and a lot of rights and wrongs and do's and don'ts, and a lot of society's rights and wrongs, do's and don'ts stem from religious practices. So it's this idea that it's quite amazing how he's played on religion, played on being this biblical figure, played on sinning and not sinning and all these things after what had happened to him, because it coincides very well with how one would naturally feel being in that situation.
That bitch say my daddy was a paid nigga, ran the world jail system like a slave trade nigga. Got me in this foreign bitches do to try to get your cash. Erica visit, can't wipe her tears from behind the glass. Chopping the porcelain up for years, said I'm sucking good, but really I should feel ashamed, nigga. They kill us, we killing us, but that is not the way, nigga. Money tree up in the stripper club, I'm open to a boss without a fucking question. 6 whips, ghetto nigga, gotta be assassin.
I really like Crush Glass. Crush Glass is very interesting. I like the hook and the singing of the female. I like the kind of violin in the background. There's a lot I like about that track, which is why it's an instant favorite for me. And Freddie always shows the capability to create such brilliant, deep, wholesome tracks. So I like Crush Glass a lot.
Tryna get my cash up, yeah. Tryna get my cash up. Nigga wanna get your blast up, yeah. Give me red. I know it was like 2010 the last time I seen you. Back when I used to hate, I said I got an ego, boy, I live illegal. Said the game ain't gon' never change. Give me red. You always kept a young nigga fair when I wasn't needed. Like when you set me up for that lick on in Puerto Rico. Good nigga leaving, I ain't never leaving. Never, no, never, say never leave. Same motherfucker up and stay on your picture. I'm just a duck out my box.
It's interesting because he's being quite sentimental. He's being quite like exposing of like a relationship in that sense, being a bit romantic or whatever. He's doing that, and it's like a very like bass heavy, like trap influence kind of beat, which doesn't have like romantic and sentimental connotations. It doesn't give those kind of vibes. So it's like conflicting lyrics with like the beat.
I got chickens in the city and a cousin she be with me. Told her ain't no future with me. I'm addicted to this cash, them a real.
I really like the sample in the background though. I think it's great.
Cocaine, make a chain, give me 100 days.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a love that's gone wrong, because like Freddie's kind of saying like he will never change, that life will never change, or there's a lot of like there's like a stationary aspect to Freddie. There's a part of Freddie that is really stagnant, it's not really moving, evolving, and he's saying that maybe that's just the part like I know you can't put up with, and I know you're probably gonna be better with someone else, so you go do you. Kind of message I got from that song, but him kind of feeling a bit regretful. That was definitely a sense of regret.
Bitch, freaky bitch like Dominic, you know what I'm saying? Can't see. Quarter meal worth for these niggas leave. Boss of all my haters in the police. Yeah, I got amnesia. Quarter meal so hard. $250,000 worth of jewels, these niggas leasing. Amen, put 20 more carats in my Jesus. I call them niche. Back to back both times. Baby mama in the skybox in the side, bitch sitting courtside. I'm in H-Town.
How can you say the side things in the court side? And the baby mama, yeah. Listen. I can't look past that. Put the baby mama in the court side. Shed your child for Pete's sake.
$250,000 on the whip, bitch, ain't no leases. I just fuck 4 bitches at 4 seasons. Back to back.
I feel like Amnesia is just the perfect turn up track. Like him just, of course, being braggadocious, him stunting, him flexing, you know, it's just perfect. I like this kind of track from Freddie. Again, showing his versatility here, but I just like how he's done it here for this instance. I think this is probably like one of my favorite kind of like turn up tracks from Freddie.
Yeah, rock solid, nigga. Solid as a motherfucking rock, bitch. Yeah. Nigga. The shaky ain't shit to stand on. A man's born with the only guarantee to live and die. But will I die before I live? For never rest, I go to sleep, them bitches follow me. I just bought an AI for my dog, he walked the dog for me. Reference implement the sleep that carve me. That Billy Benz a beamer, shit with beans on them being it. Not to let these bitches see me in. She saying, I don't know why I fuck with niggas like you, cause at first you would play the shot guy. Give me that pussy once and I always got it like the Wi-Fi bitch. I went to visit my niggas take the trip I took, but they don't get to leave. Came out there, bitch, I'm speaking Russian, German, Guapanese. Can't let these angels gotta get paid. I can never be a slave for minimum wage. Couple hours about the way, filling with cage. Level up, I'm on this shit. Mama always told me go and get your own shit. Poking from me nothing, so I get my own shit.
I absolutely love Andrea. I like that vibey, space-like outro where his tone, they edit his voice a bit, make him sound a bit more robotic. I quite like that. I love Andrea just before, when we had that ooh come in, I swear I lost my head. I lost it. I lost my head. I didn't know where it was. I was thinking, what the heck is this production? Andrea is definitely an instant favorite. And now I understand why a lot of people were telling me, wait for you to listen to Andrea, because Andrea was the track. Okay. I was literally just about to say, like, this beat, I can imagine there's some kind of vibey R&B singer on it. And then Freddie started singing. I was like, okay, yeah, like I almost forgot that Freddie sings. Yeah, he's gonna do the singing that I imagine this track could accommodate. Because of production, like it has this kind of drone to it where you're just like really chilled. It's a very chilled track. You don't have to focus too much. This is something you can just have in the background once you're doing your bits and bobs, your everyday errands, and it will just put you in that perfect chilled mood to just get things done. I like that. I like that it's not as intensive as maybe some of the other tracks that we've had in this body of work, and it's not as like energy heavy. It's like just a vibe. So he's like tackling different kind of moods in within the body of work, which is great.
You know, motherfucking man.
Yeah.
Big damn motherfucking watch, man.
Yeah. You're watching a couple chains, think he harder than you. Drop the jewelry, grow some dreads, think he smarter than you. Please yourself with the blade, trying to get paid, chopping hard with the crew. Type of shit I did to make me feel a part of the crew. Till I cut my niggas off, now I'm apart from them. Shit so fake these days, I got to keep a pistol around my niggas. Got me on some Grayson Allen shit, I'm tripping on my niggas, Lord. Chevy Dookie Prove. Birds take a bath, dip them in the pool. Got to hit them bitches with the soda, watch them do the food. Every day I twerk a couple.
Imagine listening to this in your car. This slaps.
Nigga, right when I came home. Police cross the street taking pictures right when I came home. I can't keep a devil buzz. I donate money to children, but I'm still selling drugs. Yeah, I get that yo for the Lolo, but was I really plugged? Type was off, my mental wasn't plugged in.
This production is going ding 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 ding, and it's like it's taking us into like the depths of his mind. It's like we're traveling in this journey through all the nerves and all this thing into his consciousness, into his subconsciousness, into his, I don't know what comes after that, but like you're just going deep into his soul, and it's like so trippy, and like you're just surrounded by all these thoughts, all these things he's thinking about, all these things he's not even consciously aware of. That's what the beat sounds like. The melody sounds so like ethereal, taking us in to that ethereal atmosphere of the mind. And that's why it matches Freddie, because Freddie's really being very exposing of his thoughts, especially of the thoughts he had when he came out of the situation he was in. He was feeling homesick and realized, why is he missing home? These are the kind of things that happened when I was at home. Was it a home? Was I really enjoying myself? Was it really this comfortable? All these things he's thinking about.
Erica flew all the way over there. Brought a nigga some books, you know what I'm saying? She held me down. And I ain't going nowhere this time. Yeah. Amen.
Again, You Only Live Twice definitely felt like he had a death and rebirth in this album. Felt like after that experience he definitely came back anew, because what did we get? We got Freddie, we got Bandana, we got Alfredo. Like, this guy just came back with a whole new energy. Not to say that his old stuff wasn't great, but he came back with a new energy, because what we got after was Insanity, and him expressing it in Homesick and in You Only Live Twice, like, I'm back, like, I'm not gone, this is me, but this is me probably possibly improved. This is me possibly looking at things from a different perspective. Very good album. I very much liked it. I feel like, of course, it's not as strong as other things I've heard from Freddie, especially because like Bandana is my first 10. That for me is on like a level that's untouchable. So it's a thing where listening to You Only Live Twice, definitely not on that level, of course, but it's a thing where it's still good. He's not missed. I can't say that this was a miss. Where in other artists' discography I can say bish bash bosh, that was good, but that one right there in 2014 was a miss. I can't really say that. This is just as good. I loved Homesick, I loved Andrea, Amnesia was great, I liked 20 Karat Jesus a lot. The only things that I didn't quite like or didn't quite hit me that much was Alexys. Dear Maria didn't quite hit me that much, and Phone Lit hit me like a little bit, but again it was more of a vibey track, one that I knew I could appreciate, not too tough. Do you know what I mean? So in terms of just the track and as a whole, Phone Lit wasn't like wow, because I looked at it as more of a background kind of track. You Only Live Twice definitely did have something great about it, even though it's short and even though it's not as strong as other Freddie stuff. I still appreciate it within his discography, and it's not a miss. I'm saying that my criteria for it, did it make creative sense? Yes, it did. Again, we have this theme of like sinning, hell, God, Jesus, redemption, rebirth, that kind of resurrection, all tropes and all scenes and themes within Christianity, the religion and the Bible. And he's kind of taken these themes, these ideas, and he's put them into the album creatively to show his own rebirth. And so it creatively did make a lot of sense, because the vibes of tracks matched the theme, matched the overarching message of the album that I was sensing. So yeah, in terms of boom tracks, I stated my favorites. So there was quite a few there, 8 tracks, and 5 of them I'm listening to quite a lot. And in terms of did this album take me on a journey, well, yes it did. It did take me on a journey. At the end, it sounded very like wholesome, very like there was a lot of resolve. Phone Lit and Homesick and Andrea were like 3 tracks which were vibey and conclusive in the way that they allowed us to see Freddie's mind, his thought process. And Phone Lit a little bit less, but the production kind of maintained that loose kind of vibe, but the message maybe not so much. But Andrea and Homesick definitely contributed towards that idea towards the end of the album. At the start, 20 Karat Jesus, Alexys, Crushed Glass, these were a bit more energy packed tracks, which focused a bit more again on that religious kind of rebirth. And in the middle, Dear Maria and Amnesia, I mean, they had their own different purposes, but I feel like again it still went on a good journey, not a strong journey, but a good journey from just that kind of death and resurrection and beginning, that new energy, to that conclusive looking back, kind of reminiscing, kind of questioning ending. So I feel like it did, but not too much did it take me on a journey. So it might not actually tick that criteria. It would probably just tick the first two the most for me. The rating I'm going to give it is a 7. You Only Live Twice is very good. It's going to get a 7 from me. And again, Freddie Gibbs just, continue to prove to me why he's probably one of my favorite rappers right now. Thank you guys for watching my reaction and review to Freddie Gibbs' You Only Live Twice. If you did enjoy, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below of your thoughts. See you guys all next time.